Fancy intro music, yeah! Woo! Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel where today we're discussing the launch of Picard Week. A week dedicated to all bald guys who feel like at middle age they're still valuable because they could be captain of a starship. And that's exactly what you got with this guy, Jean-Luc Picard. And you got several events ongoing right now, with a lot of them being leaderboards that maybe you're not super excited about because that's not exactly something we can envision Jean-Luc Picard going like, yeah, love capitalism, let's run leaderboards. But I do think that is a great opportunity to celebrate who is, for many, the favorite captain of all of Star Trek. It's funny, the last time we mentioned that, there was somebody in the comment section going, Picard over Kirk? There's always going to be that group. Personally, Ben Sisko. But Picard right up there, we can argue on another video, because this one is a little bit more important. We got to talk about something important, which is not only that Picard Week has started, but also that there is now an event store in your event store. Yeah, in your events tab. It's over there. Well, we'll get to it here in a second. So in that store, you're seeing several options, and many of you are just kind of like drooling at the mouth because some of them look really, really juicy. So right now, we do have the ticketed events going right now, which the TOE, Officer Exchange Program, where we've got this, whoopee, and then that whoopee, but everybody does kind of want to work on unlocking Geordi LaForge. So that is something that you see a lot of people going after right now, is one of these tokens turns in for 2 Geordi shards. So if you did all 3 ticket events today, you can get 6 of those, which, hey, they add up because Geordi only takes 100 shards to unlock as an epic, which almost feels like it's a throwback with some of them taking 180 these days. Now, there were some questions about this Picard Week event store, and as you can see, there's some really good, cards in here, 5 of 10, 6 of 10, several of the Borg officers, including the Tribble. There's Geordi in here, TOS Spock, there's some projectiles, and then you do have Data and Picard. Now, there were some questions about how the event store would work, so I managed to talk to one of the devs, and thank you kindly to the dev team who took the time today to answer questions. That way I could actually start making this video before like 8 p.m. at night, so we actually know how it's going to work. So here's Picard Week with the actual launch trailer and talking about what's going on. So from the 14th to the 20th, you will claim Picard coins every day. So 7 days, you'll claim them every day. Doesn't have to charge anything. You don't have to swipe a credit card to get them. And from what I'm told, it's the only way to get this currency. So you can't actually, there's not going to be another way to earn this currency. It's an everyday login, and then you'll trade those in for things that you want. Something that people were worried about, though, was here on the please note, where it says event store bundles will not be available all at once on June 14th, which is today. And you saw that when we looked at the event store, there were timers. So keep that in mind. Then you can either choose to spend your coins each day or wait until the last day to spend all your coins on a single item. And a lot of people were worried about where it said single item, as in, does this mean that I cannot spend on, this and this? I only have to spend on one thing, or do I only get one item per? So we're going to talk about how that actually works in the event store based on how the devs responded to our questions, because y'all were curious about it, I was curious about it, and they answered. And then it says, finishes off with the choice is yours. Seize the time. Live now. Make now always the most precious time. Now will never come again. Good quote. Yeah. STFC team, you get one too. Hopefully y'all have somebody like Aries. Can you do it? Aries? Calling you out. Panic couldn't. Can you do the live long and prosper? Anyway, let's head over to the event store and talk about how this works. So every day in your claim chest, you'll get a option to pick up more Picard coins, and they've got their own fancy little headpiece, which I think is, look, I've got no problem celebrating Picard. If you're a Kirk fan, you might be a little bit upset that Kirk's not getting some of this love, but as you can see here, the first day we can spend those 500 on tokens for Romulans, Klingons, or Federation. Now, I'm not going to spend 500 to get 750 tokens because I'm here to tell you how much you can get for these different officers. So if we take a look at, say, the epics, 5 of 10, 6 of 10, etc., you're going to be able to transport 500 into 1 shard. Now, some of you might be thinking, hey, that doesn't feel incredibly valuable. I'll remind you, this is free. You don't have to pay for it, and everybody's getting an equal shot at this. This is literally just to celebrate the greatest captain of all time on a starship. No offense, NASA. Y'all aren't as good as Jean-Luc Picard, yet keep it going. We'll see how it kind of plays out. But right now, you're looking at that being something that you can use to accrue. So if you get 7 days of these at 500 a pop, that's 3,500 Picard coins, which you see here at the top, Picard coin, that you can then spend on various items. Now, there's time delays for some of these. You can see Picard, who's at the very end, will not be available for almost 6 days as of the time of this video. However, if you want to, I did confirm that you can blow all of your coins on one officer if you want to, so there's not like some random cooldown where you do one and then that's it. They said that you'll be able to throw, if you want to throw 3,500 Picard coins at Picard, you can, and that should result into 7 Picard shards. So one epic is going to cost 500 Picard shards. So you can get 7 epic officer shards in this list. Most of you are going to focus on Picard. However, if you're maybe a player in the 20s or early 30s and don't have something like 5 of 10 yet, and you're constantly on that grind, maybe that's more important for you, than getting Picard. Even though Picard is a very, very good officer, even if we haven't gotten him yet, we know how he works in terms of the captain's ability, so we know that has value. So that is how you work with terms of exchange rate. Now, I did not ask for exchange rate on everything like projectiles. I'm not sure how much this is going to be, but you can have multiple choices here. You don't have to spend it all on getting Picard. So you can spend it on plasma projectiles and maybe get 1 or 2 officer shards, or go for the rares, which will not have as high as a conversion rate according to the conversation I had today. Epics will be 1 per, so I'm hoping that that means things like a rare, like a 7 of 10 if you need that, or 1 of 10 maybe goes for a slightly different price, or you're getting more shards per. So I mean, instead of it being 500 to 1, maybe you're getting 4 500. If I click on all these, everything starts off right here at 500 a piece. But how I talked is you could blow all this on 1 officer if you wanted to, or split up your winnings and go that route. And right now, from what I was told, is there are no other ways to source these besides the 7-day turn-in for free. So there's not going to be an event coming up like we saw the event list where you earn, like the leaderboards, where you'll earn more shards. This is going to be purely from going through the 7-day log entry so that you can then accrue all the points that you need. And other than that, it's basically a free event store. Now, before y'all complain about how you're not getting enough Picard shards and you're not getting enough Picard coins, it's literally a free event that you get to collect every day and then choose what you want. I'll be honest, I'm semi-tempted for the plasma blast projectiles just because I like it, but I'll probably end up going officers because I always recommend officers with Picard, Data, Geordi available, TOS Spock, regular Spock, wouldn't spend there. Borg, 10 of 10, Borg, 5 and 6 of 10. Some good choices in this event store, so giving us another way to start working slowly on sourcing some of these characters. I think it's a nice little, gimme to the players. Good conversation today. I feel like it's a nice little, like I said, it's giving players a little bit of extra when it comes to sourcing various officers that have been very difficult to source. So hopefully it all works out. Hopefully we get more of this. I think that this is a great idea. Let's do more free random here. Have a free event store. I love it. If you love it, live long and prosper. Stay safe out there, Space Cowboys. Comment down in the section below with your thoughts and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already to get notified every time we go live or put out new content, whether it's Star Trek or, as you'll see a little bit later, something else. Y'all are awesome. We'll catch you on the flippity flop. Deuces, that's me. This guy, that right here. An even better outro than the intro. Yeah! Woo!